All right. Good morning and thank you. Well, morning and afternoon, wherever you are. It might even be evening if you're in Israel or India somewhere. Thank you. Welcome to the Mental and Emotional Health live stream. And I'm so thrilled and honored to have with me today Ms. Karen Stultz, reformed people pleaser and self-doubter, and now an internationally acclaimed life coach for online coaches and healers, mindset coach, forgive me on that, and just so many more things. And you will see, she is, it will be a joy to have her, and so much that you can glean. So I'm so glad that you're tuned in, whether it's live or via recording. And I would want to welcome you, Karen.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Kimberly. This is so much fun. I love this.
So my first question to you is, this former reformed people pleaser and self-doubter, tell us how you became reformed, or how you even realized that that was the issue.
Well, it took a long time. And that is a message I want everybody to know. It's never too late to change. It's never too late to make a life that is absolutely awesome. And hence I've created the Awesome Life Success System to help those people create an awesome life, whatever that might be for them. For me, the reformed people pleaser and self-doubter occurred long after I got into the coaching, about 10 years after I got into the coaching and learning and exploring, and realized that I did not know who I was. I was whomever you wanted me to be. All I was somebody with a nice smile. That's all I knew. I smiled and I agreed, and I didn't make waves unless I really got upset. And when I really got upset, you did not want to be near me, but that's another story. And then I would doubt myself afterwards. Should I have? I mean, why did I do this? And I remember years and years and years ago, my trying to get advice from a 3-year-old. And accepting that the 3-year-old knew more than I did. And accepting that everybody in the world knew more than I did. Everybody. And to one point, they do. We all have our gifts. We don't know, one person does not know it all. And finally, after almost 60 years, 65 is when I finally got to the recognizing that my self-doubt was not serving me or anybody else. And the fact, if you look at the facts, the actual evidence, and we can create evidence to show whatever we want, but that's why I look at the facts. What is really happening here?
It's a duel. It's being recorded.
Oh, okay.
I apologize.
Cool. So anyway, the fact was that I did know what I wanted. I did know what was important to me. And I knew that a lot of what other people were telling me might be great for them, but it wasn't for me. And why are you trying to tell me otherwise? So I realized that I wanted people to treat me as an individual and to hear me. And that's what I really needed. I had to let go of the self-doubt that I didn't know anything so that I could be heard. And when that shifted and when that changed, and I It finally sunk in. The facts were showing me, yes, Karen, yes, we have support all around us. And it's high time. It was like being slapped across the face by invisible hands saying, all right, wake up, slam with a 2x4 across the head. Will you please listen to us? You are
That's what we
everything
need, or we think we need that.
you are everything you need. So that was
velvet 2x4.
yeah, there you go. Nothing too serious. No long Miller's
What
damage.
you just said is so common. Oh my gosh. I think when you look at the population, male and female, but predominantly female, this is echoed so much, especially even in our profession.
Yeah, oh,
But
absolutely in our profession.
millions and millions of people have that very, very experience. So many people. But you know what? It's a part of our growth. It's a part of our evolution. And so I believe that you made the transition, that reformation, so that you could lead and guide many others. And there certainly are many, many, many who can relate to what you just described.
And I hope so. I truly hope so, Kimberly,
yeah.
because the thing is, and I didn't realize it myself, that I was doubting myself, that I didn't trust. Yeah, I recognized it in some areas of my life, but not in all areas of my life. And what we both know is if it shows up in one area, it's in a lot more areas of your life. So being able to recognize what it is that you want and where you want to go, and then take the steps to move forward. So when I started my podcast, people would say, oh, Karen, that's so hard. And I'm saying, why? Why is it hard to get a microphone, hook up with a platform, and talk? Why?
For some people, that's pretty scary because they know people will be listening to them. And they may have to respond to what they ask, questions. They may ask questions they don't know the answers to. And some people are just fearful of speaking in front of an audience, even if they can't see the audience.
Exactly.
They know that they're out there, and it's kind of scary.
It's very scary. But there are things that if it's going to serve you in the long run, and it may not, I mean, everyone is individual and we all have our gifts and our whatnot, but if it is going to serve you in the long run, would it be possible to consider that there might be a way, maybe, to ease into attracting more people into your life? Maybe. Would that be possible to even open up your mind a little, just a little, and understanding? So that's where I came in with the heart energy techniques.
Well, I would love to have you do a demonstration in some point in this, but I had a question that came up. And this was, how did you, or what did it take for you to recognize that there needed to be a change?
Oh, thank you for asking that. Yeah. The big thing was that I had left my job with wonderful people to go take care of my parents in another state.
Wow.
And I left my husband, and I did a lot of soul searching. And all of my decisions are based on what is best for me. With that said, I'm also a people pleaser. So I also want to be able to know that other people are happy with my decision as well. So the bottom line there was my parents were at a point in life that they would have to go into a nursing home unless somebody came in and lived in their house, and they did not have the income to hire a full-time somebody to come in. So my brother had a full-time job and a family, and my sister said, yeah, they can come down to Virginia and I'll put them in a home down here. And I said, no, the whole point is to stay out of a home. So I thought about it. I said, I realized finally I had to take a soul searching look, and I was trying to do it all. I was trying to please my work, my kids, my husband, myself, my parents, my siblings. And I was failing at all of it. And something had to give. So then I had to really dig deep and say, what is the most important thing for you right now? And I thought, I will regret it for the rest of my life if my parents have to go into a nursing home. The rest I would regret, but not necessarily for the rest of my life. So my parents. So I went to my husband and I said, you know, I love you dearly. You're everything to me. But I have to go live with them. And I will do whatever I can to make it as easy for both of us to keep our relationship going. But I recognize that this is my decision. I am doing this. And the consequences might be that you leave me. And I hope that that won't happen, and I will do everything in my power so it wouldn't, but I will take that risk. And so when I went to live with and we are still together, we worked it out. It was all good. It was actually very beneficial because he could focus on taking care of his mother, who lived near us. So everything for a reason.
Everything for a good reason for everyone involved. That is the truth. That is the truth. It's a universal law.
It is a universal law. So when I went to see my mom and my dad, who were there in their 90s, my mom had always been very positive, irritated the heck out of me. And guess what I do? I irritate people a lot with let's look at it in another way.
It's a good irritation. Good irritation.
Good irritation. So anyway, my mom was always spun a story, so it looked good for her. And I didn't understand that. Now I do the same thing. But anyway, she had become very resentful, angry, and bitter. And I said, she was filled with regret. And me, as an outsider, looking at her life, saying, what do you have to be regretful about? You've had a phenomenal life. Anyway, long story longer, I realized that if I went back, by this time, my husband had retired. And I thought, if I go back home to my husband, because my parents were in their 90s, so it isn't going to be forever. And if I go home and I have to go back and get a job, I would be very angry and regretful, and I wouldn't be good for anybody either. So what can I do instead? And again, the universe came and showed me coaching, which was kind of new in the world at that point in time. This was 2001.
Oh, definitely.
And
very brand new.
Yeah, so it was this newer coaching school just opened by the founder of Coach U. He sold it. He didn't want it. His name was Thomas Leonard. He sold it. He didn't want to do coaching anymore. And then he got bored. So he started Coachville. so I went to Coachville and I learned, got all kinds of education and certifications and continue to do so. But that's basically where the change came, where the need to be
Yeah.
able to help others. But again, the coaching was not fast enough. It had to be easy. You don't have to go down and bare your soul for years at a time. You're creating more of a story. Recognize what it's feeling like, and if you're willing, let go of that.
Yeah.
How can we do that quickly, easily? And that's where the heart energy techniques came in.
Well, you know what? With this lead in, if you would like to give us a demonstration of that, just before you do, though, I want to give this legal disclaimer, and that is that this is a general discussion about mental health, and it is not to be interpreted as specific advice in a specific situation, as every situation is unique. This is not intended to replace your psychiatrist or medical doctor. I'm trying to get myself out of here. Psychiatrist or medical doctor. So this is it's a supplement to that. And my intention is, or I believe the intention of all holistic is to make it so that you don't need, that it naturally, and your doctor will let you know, okay, you're all good now, you're good. And so, yeah. The heart technique.
A heart energy technique.
And
basically the heart energy techniques, and it took me a long time to get to this point too, is through all the trainings. I mean, I could give you 6 pages of things that I have studied and gotten certified in and everything else, NLP master, EFT practitioner. I have a degree in hypnotherapy, use essential oils, positive mindset.
I'm coming to stay with you for a couple of months.
Okay. So what can I do with all of this? And I said, well, let's do a little bit of tapping. Oh, you use EFT, emotional freedom technique, tapping. Yeah, and a whole lot more. Oh, you are a hypnotherapist. Yeah, I have a degree in hypnotherapy and I do a whole lot more. And so I said, how can I consolidate all of these things? Because the fact, the truth, my truth, and if you really think about it, it is a fact. There is nothing new in this world. There's nothing new. It's just how it is put together. So even our computers are not new. All of the components for it were in the ground. It's just how it came out and how they put them together.
Yep.
So
reforming that energy.
Yeah. And just saying, okay, so what is it? It is from the heart, because our heart does feel everything. And it affects our mind and the rest of our body. When our heart stops beating, everything stops, right?
In this realm.
In this realm, exactly. So what can we do? So looking at a situation that may be challenging. And
they're all around us. All around us.
Yeah, and everybody listening, Kimberly and I were talking about it this morning. Oh my gosh.
Those triggers, those wonderful triggers. We all have them.
We all have them. It's what we do with them that makes or breaks us.
That's right. Absolutely.
So integrating everything based on the situation. What do we need right now? And that's where the Awesome Life Success System is coming in. awesome being an acronym. The A in awesome stands for awareness and allowing. And when we are aware and we allow, then we can start making the changes that we need to make to feel better, because it's all about feeling better. And the E at the very end of awesome is for enjoyment and fun. So as long as we are aware and are enjoying having fun, finding a way to have fun, because that lifts our vibration. That's what it's all about. What are we able to do to kind of lift our vibration? So, all right, taking an example of this morning, I had a plan. I wrote it down, my to-do list. It was good. It was easy. It was going to be a good day. I was going to educate myself. I was talking to my coaching partners. I was getting educated with my mentor. I was helping my husband with the wood. I had it all down. It was good. Yesterday, I did a lot of juggling back and forth, and it wasn't as much fun. But today it was good. And what happens? We had told somebody that we would do something with them tomorrow, Thursday, but I told them June 29th, which is today. So they come up knocking on my door just as I'm getting ready to talk to my coach, my mentor, and said, "Hey, are we doing this today?" And I said, "Tomorrow." And they were very sweet. They understood. They said, "Oh, we probably got it wrong." And I said, "No, it's easy mistake." But it was looking at what, being aware of what was most important. Was my listening to a training from my coach and my mentor more important when I've been listening to him and training with him and talking to him, and I have another opportunity on Saturday to do that? Or was it to help these people not feel so badly because the husband has a form of dementia, and I just didn't want them to have any more pressure. The people pleaser. But it was important to me. I was aware of what was going on, and I could easily have said, "I'm sorry, I got to go." But it was a choice. It was a choice of, all right, this is important. And what can I do to make myself feel good and them? So again, it was allowing it to occur, feeling into it, feeling inside. What is important to me right now? And that is part of the heart energy techniques. And once we recognize what it is that is affecting us in the moment, or if we allow it, dig down a little bit further, what is affecting us? And then doing whatever we need to do. So in this particular case, I came in after a nice conversation and everything. My husband went off and did something with her husband, and I had a nice conversation with her and supported her, which is what brings me joy. It brings me absolute joy. And then I came in and said, yes, now I want to get ready for a Facebook Live that brings me joy with Kimberly. This is so much fun. And I want to be able to do it with fun. That's what it's all about. Yeah. So let's do a little dance, you know? So I came in and I put on my oils, my Intune to create more focus, my Forgive to help forgive myself and anyone else. And then I looked at my schedule and I said, all right, how can I, what needs to happen here? What will make this easy? What will make this fun? And I would do a little bit of tapping. And tapping, if you don't know, emotional freedom technique, tapping is tapping on the energy meridians around the head. And it's actually, I don't know, you probably know how many energy meridians there are in the body, Kimberly.
There's, well, there's 72.
72 of them. Okay. So they're all over the body, right? And
right, all over the body. 70. Yeah.
So what I usually do is, if I'm really, really upset, is just feeling into it. Don't even have to identify the exact feeling, or you can, if you can identify it, even better. But if I am in a situation, I might tap on the inside of my wrist and just breathe and just notice as you may be feeling a little bit of issue. So take a hold with one palm, reach and wrap it around the inside of your wrist, and take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, just say peace. Peace. And notice what happens inside.
That peace just comes right in. It just comes right in.
Just peace. And then a nice thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm getting all tingly.
Yeah, exactly. It definitely calms the spirit and increases the vibration.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It does clear a little bit too, so that you can look at things when you are at peace. You can look at things a little bit more clearly than when you are in the trauma of angst, anger, frustration.
Triggers.
The triggers. And asking a question, if when we remember to, asking a question. This is irritating me. Awareness and allowing. This is, I am being triggered. I am angry. I can feel my vibration going down, and I'm ready to put my fist through the wall. If not in somebody's face, which is something I've not done, but have been close upon occasion. And just, okay, how do I want to feel instead? And what can I do right now so that I can feel better for me? Because we only have control over us.
That's right. That's right.
We cannot control anybody else.
Have you thought of this as being, because this is what came to my mind as you shared, that is so beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And if I've interrupted, I will let you finish. But I just wanted to say this. This is a perfect example of transforming fear into love.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said.
And that's what we want to do these days. I mean, that's what I believe this is the time for that transformation in our world, in the body of humanity. Because what we do affects the whole universe. It certainly affects the earth and everything in it. Yeah.
And there
beautiful.
is evidence to that, even though you don't even realize it, perhaps.
Do you remember the butterfly effect? How
Yeah.
that came about?
No, tell me more.
So the meteorologist was putting in his calculations to predict the weather based on the information that he got. And he put the numbers through again to just double check. And he left off like it was dot and then about 20 or I don't know how many different digits after the decimal point. And he just figured it wasn't a big deal to leave those couple of digits off, because those digits really amounted to the effect of a butterfly just rubbing his wings together. Well, when he did that, the weather dramatically changed. And he's like, you know, and when he looked back and he realized that he just left, it couldn't just be that, but he put him back in there, and sure enough, it went back to the way it was.
Interesting.
So, and that was now known, or became known, as the butterfly effect, because it was just the effect of the butterfly rubbing its wings together, and it affected the weather across the globe in a profound way.
Wow. And there again, who would have thought that?
That was found by accident.
Yeah.
I discovered it by accident.
And since there are no accidents, no coincidences, all for a reason, this came to light to enlighten us to the possibilities that the vibrations that we have, and we can't live in the love and joy vibration all the time, heaven knows, but to allow that to be, own it, observe it, honor the way you are feeling. It's okay. And we have a choice to change it. Are we frozen? Oops, I think we're frozen. Uh-oh. It's showing we're live. So I'm going to continue like we're not frozen. I'm not seeing anything here that's telling me that. Okay. And it does say that we're still live on Facebook. So anyway, there are no coincidences, there are no accidents, and this is one of them. So isn't it a curious thing? Doesn't it raise your curiosity as to what it might be? In any case, it is an interesting possibility. And the more that we raise our vibration, the more we do affect the people around us. And watching our language is a biggie too. Being able to speak to the people around us and from the heart. without the trigger, without expectation, just from the heart. Release the judgment that this is right, this is wrong. It may be right and wrong for us, but not for somebody else. I always think of the, what's it called? The Indiana Jones, where somebody was eating monkey eyes. It was a delicacy. And I thought, no, that's not right for me. But it was a delicacy somewhere else, eating monkey eyes. Do I like it? Probably not. Will I try it? Probably not. But that is for me. What about for you? What about for you? So I'm going to see if Kimberly is back on here. And I don't see her, but anyway, I hope this is recording to you guys. And we'll leave it at that. I'll try and get back in touch with Kimberly. Oh, I did want to tell you one last thing. The evidence, because I am a bit of a skeptic. So I wanted to share with you the evidence that showed up for me was when I was feeling really down, like I couldn't do anything, that my work was not helpful in any way, shape, or form. I got a phone call from somebody who said, Karen, you helped me so much in the past and I need you now. And I thought, what did I do? Hey, Kimberly. Yes, hi. Are you? Oh, okay. Well, I tried to leave and let you get back in, but it seems to have put Zoom over, and I thought, should I end it for all? Shall I? I can try. I am. Okay. It's still showing live on Facebook. So. Okay. Well, you know what? It's all very interesting. And if we look at things with a curiosity, it makes it a whole lot easier to handle. No need to get stressed. It's just, it is. And heaven knows I've been frozen and kicked out more than once. So I wasn't sure if it was me or you, but it does say it's still live on Facebook. So I'm so happy. It will. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know. We'll find out. Give me a call if it doesn't work. All right. Bye-bye. So, as you can hear, things happen. And in the big scheme of things, is it really that important that everything is perfect? Because in truth, there is no perfection. Even the snowflakes are different, perfect in their own right, but there is no way that you can be perfect for everybody, because we each have a different viewpoint of what is perfection. So it's better to live from your heart, expand the energy, the high vibration of love, to go out and make a difference in the world, even though you might not realize that you've made that difference. Each time we do that, and by the way, I don't know if you're aware, but when you end up being high vibration or low vibration, that goes out 30 feet around you. And you might say, like I did for a while, well, I don't go out, I don't see people. That's simple enough. That's still going out. It's affecting everything around you. So if we can speak from our heart and love, then that is the big thing. And it's okay to not feel great. It's okay. Honor it, because that's the human side of us. That is the human side. And Kimberly is trying to get on here, and she may be. What I would like to do, in case you are still hearing us, what I would like to do is offer you an opportunity to expand with the Awesome Life podcast. I'd love to have you join us on the Awesome Life podcast, listen to it, see we have amazing guests. And if you would like to be a guest on the Awesome Life podcast, just reach out to me on Facebook or hey, all right, Kimberly's coming back. There she is, beautiful lady.
Thank you. Thank you so much for holding everything down. I had to go to my cell phone. My desktop is still rebooting. I really don't know what happened, but thank you for continuing.
Well, hopefully it continued. And I was just saying that I would love to have them come and listen to the Awesome Life podcast.
Yes, yes. I'll
and
put the information in a link for it.
Great. Just KarenStultz.com/podcast. I would also like to invite people to our magical tea party that we have once a month that Kimberly is a part of and is amazing. Magical. That's all I can say. What would you say?
It truly is. It's so wonderful that you have created that. And I'm really just enthralled with your heart energy technique. I think that that is wonderful that you see, I believe that you experienced everything that you experienced to create that. And it's going to be such a gift to so many people. You know, what my inspiration for having this podcast is for just this kind of conveyance of information and knowledge. People have no idea
they are suffering and they don't realize they don't have to. And it's not difficult. It's not expensive. You don't even have to go anywhere. We have everything that we need to change our moment, to change ourselves in the moment. And tools like yours, and I just believe, I just see the universe bringing up a harvest of help
I
in the
totally
bodies of
agree.
coaches like you, me, and Janet, and so many others that are just everywhere. I'm so overjoyed, really, that that we're living in such a time to be a part of this. It is truly the desire and passion of my heart to provide such critical tools and the message, talk about the good news.
Well, you know what? The positive psychology and mindfulness, that's also a major part of having an awesome life. And by the way, awesome has more than just the awareness and allowing, and at the end, the enjoyment and fun. There are aspects of our life that we all need to be aware of. That can make our life really, truly awesome. It's more than just a word. It's our wellness. It is our environment, our mental and physical environment. What are we living in? What needs to be shifted to raise that vibration? And we need to have the polarity. We need to have that lower vibration so we can appreciate it when it rises. It's like having sunshine all the time. All right, it's great. Sunshine is great. I love it. I always am uplifted with it. But the reason that it really has such an impact is because we have the rain. And what is great about the rain? The rain fills our wells. It fills our water system. It helps our plants grow. It helps keep us alive. We need water. So not to look down on it. Yeah, it brings down my vibration big time. But you know what? Looking at it from both sides, again, going back to the awareness and the allowing. And then we have spirituality, our guides, our higher selves are always here to help us, to help us see, guide us, give our love. Again, that velvet 2x4, I'm going to grab that, a velvet 2x4. That really, I have to have it. I have absolute evidence. And if you are aware and allowing, you will see that evidence as well. Then we have, because there are no coincidences. Then we have organization. That's something I'm working on for always, organizing. And then very beneficial for everybody in business is money. Being able to have money. Money allows us to do more in the world. And if we are struggling, if we're hurting, if we're living in lack, we are not giving the world or ourselves the joy that we need to have an awesome life. With more money, with a business that you love, you never work a day in your life. So why not make some money with it? Because it's not a business unless you're making some money. And I love being able to share a portion of everything that I take in, everything that I offer, any income that comes into me, a portion of that goes out to help feed children. It helps to take care of animals. It also helps bring the arts to the world.
Mm.
So that's what you can do with money if you have it.
Puts things in a great perspective. You know, everything has a place. And those are some very good places for money.
And of course, it brings down the energy of lack, of worry, anxiety. How am I going to pay my bills? What am I going to do? I am controlled by somebody else. And we've already talked about the fact we only have control over ourselves. So let's look at what the situation is, see what we can do about it. And it doesn't mean working harder. It means working smarter and being aware and allowing and enjoying along the way. I often use the example of, I don't enjoy doing dishes. And I didn't use the dishwasher because I felt like it was using up too much water, lack. And so I did the dishes. And how could I do that and keep my vibration up instead of letting the dishes pile up in my sink for days at a time? It was the reason, recognizing our intention, because we have an intention for every single thing we do, whether we recognize it or not. Everything we do, say, and are has an intention behind it from the moment you stand up to get out of bed in the morning. So
I just want to say real quick that this is where the expertise of a coach comes into play, a good coach to help us to recognize these things that we can't see. The coaches are invaluable in helping to navigate these things, and I'll let go. Thank you.
No. And you are a fantastic coach that way as well. But I don't call myself a coach. I'm more of a mentor, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because coaching is fantastic. And you've heard it before. We may have even said it. Everything that we need is inside of us, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Howsoever, we don't know what we don't know. So it's not all inside of us. So don't give me that. Our abilities are there. The way we look at things are there. Our action steps are there. But we don't know the right action steps unless we have some ideas of what action steps can happen, right? So for me, it's more of a mentor because I don't want my clients to struggle. I don't enjoy struggle. I don't know about you. I don't enjoy feeling overwhelmed and irritated and anxious and worried. That is not a fun place to be. So what can we do instead? And I like brainstorming the possibilities, trying it out, feel it. That's more of what a mentor can do, as opposed to a coach who just keeps asking you questions until you want to slap them. At least I do. I do. I want a mentor. I want somebody to say, this is an idea that you can do to create a solution. And I say, that's fantastic. Howsoever, what about this? Well, maybe we can create a solution that will incorporate that part. And let's look at this and let's work together to create a solution that works for you. And that is the key, because we are individual and we have blinders. I went to somebody one time, a shaman. And
I have a quick question. I know we have just 1 minute left, and you can give the information you did, and then we'll give it again on how to reach you. And if I can get it on there, I'll have it screaming across the recording at the end. But if you could give it in 1 minute, the difference, actually we have 3. The difference between a coach and a mentor, what are the differences? Because I'm not clear myself.
Well, a coach per se, if you are actually coaching, the life coach that you learn in Coaching Federation, you ask questions. There is no judgment, and you ask questions, which is great. And no judgment is a great way to feel. I don't want to work with people who are judging me, so that's a wonderful thing as well. But sometimes that no judgment comes through as not caring. And a mentor, to me, my definition of a mentor, which thank you for asking, my definition of a mentor is somebody who helps you open up, ask the questions so they know that you're on the same page, and then working to find a solution that works for you instead of reinventing the wheel. And just moving ahead that way.
Well, because I've always thought of myself as a coach and a mentor.
Mhm.
Someone had given me an explanation of a coach and a mentor, and I said, "Oh, I'm definitely both. I'm not, one or the other. I'm both. I do both, at least in my practice,
Mhm.
because my whole goal is to, 1, teach unconditional self-acceptance
Yes.
and model that and cultivate a sacred space for sacred growth, spiritual growth, which I believe is our purpose for being here."
Yeah. I totally agree. And then the fact is that when I say I call myself a mentor as opposed to a coach, that doesn't mean that there's no coaching there. It's simply, if I see somebody struggling, I'm going to make a suggestion instead of asking more questions. When you have somebody who says, I don't know. Well, of course they don't know. They're not in the right place to know. So would you like a suggestion, a possibility? And can we maybe open up to the possibility? And if not, then maybe we can tap and find out what comes up then.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I was just saying, anybody who would like to come to our tea party, it's KarenStultz.com/tea party. You can register there. It is free for those who are registering this week. We are going to start charging next week for people. But
it's worth it. It is whatever it is, it's worth it.
and it's a big $7.
Yeah.
But for those that are already in it, you don't have to worry about it. It will continue to be free for those that have already registered. Because
please reach out to Karen Stultz, former reformed people pleaser, self-doubter, and now an amazing mentor and the creator of the Heart Energy Technique and the Awesome Life podcast. Check it out. She's amazing and phenomenal.
Kimberly, thank you so much. You're only amazing people will see it in other amazing people. So thank you so much.
So we're going to, can you stop the live recording? Because I seem to have lost touch with everything here. My whole system is down. I'm on here on my cell phone, but I don't believe it's connected to the live stream.
I can't stop it.
You can't stop it?
No.
Interesting.
No.
Okay.
It's showing live on Facebook. Let me see what else it says.
You don't have the ability to, okay, well, let's see. Let me see if I can get in here. Bear with me. I'm working on it as we speak.